And speaking of the United States, the country has approved sales of more than $600 million worth of air defense missiles to South Korea and Japan. The statement issued by the U.S. State Department says that the sales will support the foreign policy and national security objectives of the U.S. by assisting key allies. The statement also says that this measure will not alter the basic military balance in the region. This in the backdrop of the escalating tensions between the U.S. and North Korea, after the latter tested what South Korea has claimed 2 short-range missiles in its second launch in less than a week. Ballistic missile testing is banned by resolutions pushed by Trump's administration. Remember, a second summit between Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un ended in a deadlock in February this year. The U.S. side refused demands to ease sanctions until North Korea would take major steps to end its nuclear program. Trump is expected to meet South Korean President Moon Jae-in next month to discuss the issue of nuclear talks amid rising concerns of a breakdown in talks with North Korea. Over to Australia, where polling is currently underway. Australians are voting to elect their new Prime Minister and Parliament. This could be the first election in the world that is set to be deciding on climate policy. Debates over climate policy have dominated Australia over the past 10 years. Australia is one of the few countries that has mandatory voting and a record 16.4 million enrolled voters. The Liberal National Government is seeking its third term. Scott Morrison became the Prime Minister in August last year after Malcolm Turnbull was ousted. He's seeking to retain leadership.
And back to the TV camera. Today is a choice. It's a choice about who you want to continue to be the Prime Minister of this country, myself, or for Bill Shorten to be the Prime Minister of this country with higher taxes. We're backing Australians, and we're asking Australians to back us today.
Morrison is facing a close contest with Australian Labor Party's Bill Shorten. Shorten has led the party for about 6 years. In his election campaign, he has been emphasising on climate change policies and cost of living and health. However, Morrison has primarily campaigned on economic issues. He has taken a hardline anti-environmentalist and pro-traditional industry stance.
Very nice. I'm confident Labor can win. I don't know, is Mr Morrison staying around, and have you asked him? I mean, we know that the Liberals have got division in their ranks, but now's the day for the people. You get all the questions to all of the answers you can possibly dream of under the sun when we know what's happened. Now it's the people's day.
The ruling government has committed to reduce emissions by 26 to 28% by 2030 in comparison to Labour's 45%. Final surveys ahead of the polls predict victory of the Labour Party. They suggest that Morrison will have the shortest tenure among those who have served in this post since 1901. In the 38-day poll campaign ended on a sombre note with the death of former Australian Prime Minister and Labour Party leader Bob Hawke, who passed away at the age of 89.